Close your eyes and picture this. You wake up. You check the wallet that used to be a small, quiet account. And now the number is life-changing. XRP exploded. Your balance looks like a retirement, a dream, a choice, a problem. What do you do next? If you think the story ends there, congratulations. You're part of the majority who stop at the headline. But real investors, the ones who build lasting wealth, they ask harder questions. They think about taxes, safety, legacy, lifestyle, and what staying rich actually takes. This video is for them, for you. Over the next hour, we'll map the full arc, how the XRP ripple makes wealth possible, the traps that trip up the newly wealthy, the proven strategy smart investors use to protect and grow gains, and a practical legal tool that answers one of the biggest problems most people ignore. If XRP puts you in the winner's circle, what comes after isn't luck, it's strategy. First, the thrill. The screen lights up. Friends text, family calls. You taste tomorrow now, but let's not romanticize it. The truth is blunt. Winning creates new risk. Markets reset. Regulators tighten. Media screams. Old relationships change. Emotions spike. Money changes behavior. Yours and everyone else's. So the very first thing to understand is this. Wealth doesn't just make a life easier. It forces decisions. And the quality of those decisions determines whether a gain becomes a legacy or a story you'll someday regret. Now let's unbundle the 5 immediate problems new wealth creates, the things the textbooks don't teach you. 1. Liquidity pressure. Everyone wants access to funds. Friends, family, businesses, you name it. Liquidity is both a blessing and a headache. Cash is calm. Crypto volatility is not. 2. Taxes. This is the silent hand that erodes gains faster than a bad trade. Capital gains taxes are real, and timing matters. 3. Security, exchanges, wallets, hardware devices, they're targets. You now carry a target in your pocket. 4th, decision. Overload. Do you sell, hold, diversify, buy real estate, start a business, or vanish? Bad choices cost more than commissions. 5. Legacy and meaning. What does wealth do for your life beyond purchases? The answer shapes how you keep it. These are not hypothetical. This is the exact moment where a lot of people lose what they made. Quick question. How many of you have a plan to tell your bank first and your accountant second? No question mark. Good. That means you're watching the right video. People change. Suddenly, small risks feel affordable, and big risks feel tempting because you tell yourself, I can always rebuy. That is cognitive hazard number 1. Smart investors treat windfalls like resources to allocate, not tickets to impulse. Here's the practical mindset shift. Think like a steward, not like a gambler. Stewardship preserves, gambling consumes, and stewardship has a simple workflow. Assess, secure, plan, diversify, then deploy. Look back at every market surge in history, tulips.com, gold rush, Bitcoin 2017. The pattern repeats. People who panic sell or overexpose themselves fade. Those who build infrastructure, tax strategies, and secure holdings build legacies. XRP's power is different. It solves a real-world problem, very fast settlement and liquidity. That makes adoption plausible, but adoption alone doesn't create guaranteed personal outcomes. Your process does. So let's move from the psychology into the practical. What exact actions smart people take when they suddenly become or get close to being rich from crypto, specifically XRP. This is the heart of the video. If you want to stay rich, here are the playbooks used by high net worth individuals and serious investors. I'll explain each, give real examples, and show how it connects to XRP. Step 1, after a surge, calm down and secure. Do not open every news headline. Turn off alerts if you need to. Immediately transfer most volatile exposure into safer liquid instruments. That could be stable coins or short-term treasuries, something that moves your position out of flash volatility. At the same time, split your holdings. Keep a core that you won't touch and a small tactical portion for opportunities. Why? Because protecting capital is more important than catching every tick. Do you want a story that reads "lost it all" or a bank statement that reads "smartly preserved"? I thought so. Taxes win if you ignore them. This is where so many stumble. Capital gains tax can take a massive chunk. Smart investors use legally proven structures to lessen the tax bite. Retirement accounts, trusts, and long-term strategies are not for the ultra-rich alone. They're for anyone who wants to keep more of what they made. One powerful tool many tax-aware investors use is holding assets inside a tax-advantaged retirement structure. It's not sexy, but it works. You can defer taxes or, in some accounts, grow without annual tax drag. Later in this video, I'll show you precisely how one platform, I Trust Capital, allows U.S. investors to hold crypto like XRP inside retirement accounts legally, and how that can change the math dramatically. Hold tight. This is the practical solution to a very real problem. If you think taxes are something to deal with later, you're gambling with your gains. With volatility high, convert a portion of your riches into non-correlated assets, real estate, commodity exposure, or even precious metals. These are classic anchors. Why? They reduce portfolio beta and give you options for income. Many smart investors also look at tokenized assets, but do so under proper legal frameworks. XRP can be the liquidity engine between these asset classes. It can move value fast while you hold safer instruments. This is one most people forget in the excitement. Smart investors often allocate a portion to causes, not only for the emotional payoff, but because structured philanthropy can be tax advantageous and reputation preserving. If you're going to stay wealthy, think about how to make your wealth resilient to social and political pressures. You need at least 3 advisors, a tax probate lawyer, a licensed financial planner, and a cybersecurity expert. A single person cannot cover those specialities well. Smart investors build a team, not an echo chamber. And no, your cousin who's great at crypto Twitter isn't the long-term answer. Let's walk through one realistic case scenario. Sarah invested in XRP early. She's up 40x. She has $2 million realized if she sells. Her steps are: secure a $200,000 liquidity buffer, move $500,000 into a diversified mix of real estate and short-term bonds, use $500,000 to fund tax-advantaged retirement vehicle, allocate $200,000 to philanthropic and family support, keep $600,000 in a long-term core portfolio. Notice step 3, fund a tax-advantaged vehicle. Sarah wants to protect gains from year-to-year tax volatility. But how does that work with crypto? Enter the solution we mentioned earlier. Here's the practical gap most people miss. You can't defer taxes on spot crypto gains without the right structure. Banks and exchanges are not retirement accounts. If you simply hold XRP on an exchange and then cash out, the taxman will take his share. That's why smart investors use retirement accounts. And now, thanks to platforms designed for cryptocurrency, U.S. investors can hold crypto like XRP within retirement accounts. One leading example is I Trust Capital. I'm not pitching fluff. I'm showing you how this solves real problems. What I Trust Capital does, it allows U.S. investors to hold crypto and precious metals inside an IRA, traditional or Roth, giving tax advantage growth. You fund the account with fiat, bank transfer or rollover from an existing retirement account. Important, you cannot transfer crypto in from an exchange or wallet directly. Funding is done in USD, Then you buy crypto inside the account. This structure may let your gains compound with deferred taxes or tax-free growth if using a Roth IRA option, which can drastically change long-term outcomes. If XRP doubles, triples, or more, having it inside a retirement envelope can preserve much more of the upside than holding it in a taxable account. This is not tax avoidance. It's tax planning, legal, structured, and commonly used by serious investors. The practical steps: 1. Open an I Trust Capital account. 2. Fund via bank transfer or rollover. You can move funds from your existing IRA or 401k or add new money from your bank. 3. Buy XRP inside the account at the market price on the platform. 4. Manage your position inside the IRA, rebalance when needed. Right now, I Trust Capital often runs promotions with a sign-up funding credit, for instance, a $100 bonus when you fund via my link. That's immediate value on top of the tax advantage. Check the description for the exact terms. These offers can change, so always read the platform's official terms. Let me be absolutely clear. This platform is best for U.S. residents who want a long-term, tax-aware approach. If you already have crypto in a private wallet and want to move it directly, I Trust Capital does not support direct crypto transfers into the IRA. You must fund in USD and then buy inside the account. That trade-off is crucial to understand. So the question becomes, would you rather pay taxes now and risk volatility, or legally shelter some gains and let them compound? That's not a trick question. It's a strategic one. 2 quick FAQs that come up when I recommend this approach. 1. Why can't I just transfer crypto in? Because retirement account rules and custodial requirements dictate funds provenance. Most crypto IRAs operate by purchasing crypto inside the account to ensure compliance and clear tax treatment. 2. Does this mean I can't access my funds? IRAs have rules. Early withdrawals can have penalties. But for strategic, long-term holders looking to protect and grow wealth, adding a portion of your portfolio to an IRA is about controlled preservation, not day trading. If you want to set this up correctly, talk to a tax professional for your specific situation. I'll guide you through the basics, but personalized advice beats a YouTube comment thread any day. We've covered the threats, the strategies, and the practical tool to protect gains. Now let's look out 5 years and beyond. Picture 3 scenarios: conservative, base case, and aggressive, and how your plan changes under each. Scenario A: conservative, slow institutional adoption. In this world, XRP gains slowly. Some banks adopt rails, but the pace is cautious. Gains are meaningful but gradual. Smart investors stay diversified, use IRAs to shelter gains, convert some holdings into cash flow assets like rental property or dividend-paying stocks. Scenario B: base case, orderly adoption. Banks and remittance firms widely adopt XRP for liquidity corridors. XRP becomes a backbone asset for corridors, not a speculative meme. Gains are significant and durable. Smart investors build a core long XRP position inside tax-advantaged accounts, keep a cash buffer for opportunity, and move a portion into income-generating instruments. Scenario C: aggressive, rapid institutional adoption. A green light scenario: regulatory clarity hits, major exchanges relist en masse, and liquidity corridors scale fast. Gains are explosive. Smart investors in this world execute pre-planned off-ramps, gift or structure wealth with trusts and philanthropic vehicles, and lock long-term positions in tax-advantaged accounts. Which scenario will play out? We can't know for sure, but here's the truth. Your plan should be ready for all 3. That's how smart investors sleep at night. Here's a tactical checklist. the action map you can use immediately after this video. 1. Calm and confirm. Don't make large emotional trades in the first 24 to 72 hours after a surge. Reassess with cool numbers. 2. Secure a cash buffer equal to 6 to 12 months of living expenses. 3. Talk to a tax professional within 7 days. Taxes compound quickly. The sooner you consult, the better. Open a tax-advantaged account like iTrust Capital for U.S. investors if retirement savings are a priority. 5. Build a diversified preservation plan, real assets, income instruments, and a charitable plan if desired. 6. Assemble your team, a tax lawyer, a financial advisor, and a security consultant. 7. Document everything, transaction records, counsel contacts, and step-by-step decisions. In wealth management, record keeping is a superpower. Let's close with 3 short vignettes, real lessons in 90 seconds. Vignette 1, The Impulsive Million. An investor who cashed out 90% immediately and bought luxury items. 2 years later, market corrections wiped much of his gains. He had no tax strategy and lost lifestyle support. Vignette 2, The Steward. Another investor used a staged plan, took 25% profit into cash flow assets, 40% into a tax-advantaged retirement account, and kept 35% long-term. Today, his wealth produces income and legacy. Vignette 3, The Quiet Philanthropist. She allocated a percentage to charity, structured tax advantages via a donor-advised fund, and preserved both capital and family goodwill. If XRP makes you wealthy, that's a blessing and a responsibility. The ripple is not only what comes to your wallet, it's what you leave behind. Smart investors don't let their wealth be a headline. They make it a foundation. Protect what you build. Plan how it will be used. Use legal proven tools like tax-advantaged accounts to keep more of your gains. And when you promote tools, do so responsibly. Read terms, consult professionals, and only allocate what fits your risk profile. So, when the person on Twitter tells you to buy a jet now, smile politely. You've read this far, you know better. You'll buy the jet on your terms in 5 years when cash flow demands it, not because of a dopamine spike at 2 a.m. If this video helped you think beyond the headline to preservation, legacy, and real strategy, then you'll want to go deeper. Watch my next special, Entire History of XRP, from Zero to Global Adoption. It traces the full arc, why XRP exists, how it fights legacy systems, and why positioning now can pay off later. That video will give you the historical context to make better strategy decisions. Click on the video right here if you want a step-by-step guide to open a tax-advantaged account and see the $100 funding bonus instructions. Check the pinned comment and the description now. I've linked the official info and the exact steps we discussed. And one final note, this is not investment advice. I educate and show possibilities. Talk to a licensed professional before making major decisions. Thanks for watching. Be smart, be patient. Let your ripple grow into something that lasts.